Walking on the way to Berkeley Station and passing this lovely mural beside the highway showing, I don't know if those are robins, but anyway, very nice mural, lovely, on University Street. Sitting in Berkeley Station under the highway with the noise above, totally no person here at all other than the passengers waiting for the train to come. No, there's no gate, there's nothing, just you come straight onto the platform from the road and that's it. You just get on the train and then someone on the train, I gather, is going to check your ticket when you're there. So we're just after sunrise in Berkeley, at Berkeley Station on our way to Sacramento.
Sorry about that. This train stops in Martinez, to Fairfield, Knoxville, Davis, and Sacramento. Last call for Richmond.
So this is Richmond Station and we stop here before we go on to Sacramento. Beautiful day, the sun not long got up and it's just gone 7:30 in the morning. These are the little BART trains, lots of them. Richmond Station is obviously where they keep them when they're not in use. And this being Saturday morning, they're not exactly busy. Quite a long train. So that's the BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit. Okay, let's try again. We're going from Richmond now to Martinez. This is the change for my coffee.
10, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Thank you very much. Coffee. And we're going to sit ourselves down. Just have a look out here. Okay, so we're going to settle down. Sitting down to have my coffee. Very pleasant. Looking forward to the journey to Tahoe, eventually getting to Lake Tahoe. So make a big change from being on the boat and working there. So totally relaxing weekend I'm going to have. Really looking forward to it. I think we're heading up towards the Delta, as it's called, where the waters get pretty shallow actually. So you have to be really careful. If you come up here in a boat, you've got to really keep an eye on the depth, because it's very easy to end up in the mud. Exploring the Delta, as it's called, is invariably, oh, look at all the birds taking off there, all the water ducks, sea ducks I suppose. Anyway, so enjoying myself here. Lots of water. Pretty big boats get up to the Delta. Obviously they have to dredge the channel quite regularly. Got quite a big bridge here. Not sure which one that is, but there we go. That's the view heading north towards Sacramento. industrial area. Up the river we go. Obviously quite shallow, a little bit of wind, no cloud in the sky. Very brown, very dry. They've not had a lot of rain for quite a time here, so everything's really suffering. So this is just on the other side of the track, obviously, from the water. Very, very dry. And nothing very high, just low rolling hills. So the map shows the Bay Area down to the left and the River L area coming over to the east and then further on. So a big delta area. Wow, crossing the river quite clearly. This is the delta north of San Francisco Bay. We're looking eastish. The sun's just around there. Someone checking my ticket here.
Do you want the
Which is that
phone
one?
out and everything?
Socrates.
There you are.
Right, there we go. And there's my ticket to show that I'm legal.
One of the deltas goes up and it hooks onto the next city we're going to stop by.
Right, which is Martinez. No, we've been to Martinez.
No, it'll be Sassoon Fairfield.
Fairfield.
Sassoon.
Oh, Sassoon, right.
Yeah, it's actually, if you can look over the buildings straight ahead of us, you'll see the marina.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm always interested that there are marinas right up in the delta, in the shallow, in the rivers, because you've got the, St. Martin River, you've got the River, the Napa
Virginia
River.
Amtrak 720 out.
So,
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones around here, and then you've got the delta that's all up in through here.
Right.
It actually, the one river that we passed over from Martinez, it actually, that leads all the way to Stockton.
Right, beyond Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually a little bit down from Sacramento,
Right.
but they get ships in there all the time.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's amazing how big the ships are that get up.
Oh,
they
it
must
is,
be
yeah.
They must be regularly dredging the channel. Look at how shallow that is.
Yeah.
It's just so. I mean, I did go up in the delta with some friends.
Yeah, this is kind of like the wetlands tidal area. It's kind of cool because we've got a bunch of birds out here. You'll see pelicans out here,
Right.
and you'll see herrings, and you'll see cranes. But there's a lone elk
Oh, really?
that they see every once in a while.
Right.
And there's apparently a wild boar out here too that somebody has noticed.
Right. They're very destructive, mind you. They dig up everything. Up in Australia, they're causing a major problem for the
Oh, really?
national parks. Yeah. because they let them loose, and then now they've multiplied and they're digging up everything.
Yeah, they really don't think when they let stuff loose or when they let things go extinct in national parks. Because you know, we lost our wolves for a long time, and
are they back?
They are back, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it changed the habitat. It changed the course of the rivers. It changed the beavers. It changed the elk. It changed the deer.
Wow.
It was amazing how many things.
This is Sassoon Fairfield, now arriving, she said. And there's the highway going over the station. That's so often the case.
Amtrak 720, 720 on our way to Sacramento. Sacramento bound train now boarding. General seating's upstairs. Once again, this is our Sassoon Fairfield stop. This is the Sacramento train now boarding.
And for me, it's so interesting to see that the platform and the road outside, they're all wide open to each other. Some of these stations have no people manning them. You just come in off the road, you get on the train, and when you're on the train, they check your tickets once you're there. So this is Sassoon Fairfield on our way to Sacramento from Berkeley. Well, of course, California is famous for all the fruit trees, and here we have fruit trees as far as the eye can see. They just go on and on and on. Yeah, you can hear the train tooting. We've obviously got silos here as well, but this is typical up in the higher Delta area, California fruit trees. So very flat, really, really flat now. We've lost the rolling hills, and we're into totally flat area now. Quite different, and no sign of any water. I think obviously well up now north of the rivers. Well, the rivers must be somewhere in the area, but certainly not where we are. So here we're stopped in Davis. Tiny little houses over there, a whole load of little ones, but beautiful big trees. Look at that, really lovely. So we're stopped there. There was an interesting old, looked like the pink painted station on the way on the other side. Lost out of sight now, but off we go. We're taking off again. So here's Davis, California. There we go.
Check your ticket. If you're not taking the bus, go through the station. On the other side of the station, you will find the parking lot. That parking lot is where Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, friends, and family will come pick you up. Those are the only places that someone will come pick you up, so walk through the station when you get to the other side, that parking lot. This is the final destination of this train, so everyone must depart here. Check around your seats, make sure you have all of your personal belongings. This will be Sacramento, final destination of this train. Once again, for those of you who are taking buses, I'm not sure what time your bus is leaving, so make it over to the bus as soon as possible. Make sure that that bus is there and doesn't leave you behind.
That was the same conductor that chatted to me about the wetlands and the wildlife on our way up here. So this is the end of the line for the train from Berkeley to Sacramento. Sacramento, I think, is the capital of California, so we are in the state capital. This is going to take us to where I can get on to the car with Alice. It's a big station, I'm told. I'm being picked up by a friend to go to Lake Tahoe. Oh, that's right. This is fascinating. I've never done this before. Where are you from? England. Oh, nice. quite a distance to walk.
Yeah, this is a walk. If you're carrying something heavy, it's quite a walk.
Yep.
And actually, you go. The walk is the other side.
Is it?
Yeah, this is for their little parks.
Yeah.
It's even further.
Mm-hmm.
So are they picking you up by car?
Yes. Yeah. Otherwise, it was a bus or several buses.
Yeah, there's another
With
bus
a lot
that
of
takes you.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just one. I think it was about 3 different ones.
Oh no, they're just
to get
one.
to get to Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only one.
Right.
I live there, so
Oh, do you?
I take the bus sometimes.
Right. Uh-huh.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna go in here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a station. You can exit the other doors.
Right.
Maybe they'll be on the other side waiting for you.
Oh, okay. So this is the station here.
Yeah.
Sacramento Valley Station. That's quite an impressive waiting hall. See whether I can find Alice. Rather nice mural. Fascinating. So a very enjoyable train journey, very interesting scenery that we passed by, and now I was being met by Alice in the car to take me the rest of the way to Lake Tahoe. Right.
I bet it started as, and it's a lifting bridge.
Right, so lifting bridge so the boats can get underneath, obviously. Yeah, interesting. Sacramento gave the impression of a very wide, open, spacious, rather nicely spaced out city, and they'd planted quite a few maples around, as you can see, which were turning beautifully reds and oranges. And we passed this lovely old house. There were some old buildings around, but lots of space and lovely trees. Very enjoyable. So a rather pretty wooded area we're going through with some deciduous trees. Most of the time it's been pine, but now we've got some deciduous. But none of the bright red that we saw further back in some of the towns that we passed through. So we just passed Nevada City, and now we're headed towards Truckee. And we do have a view over to some hills. We're fairly high. What was the height at here?
3,000.
3,000 feet. Okay, 3,000 feet. So about 1,000 meters, just over.
I need to stop or want to stop.
Yeah, this is fine. I'm just taking a picture of us winding around with the odd deciduous tree gone yellow. Very pleasant. Pretty steep-sided. You don't want to fall down. You don't want to go off the road off to the right here. Definitely not. The Solomon family. What was that?
So they maintain the cleanliness of this road.
Oh, I see. They live somewhere nearby, presumably.
They must, yes.
Yeah. We were slowly climbing and eventually began to see signs of snow. There had been a snowfall the week before. So we're looking at the Sierras, looking north, and just come through the forest and quite a bit of snow around. Rather nice. Having a very nice trip from Sacramento towards Truckee and Lake Tahoe. Very lovely day. We stopped at one point to have a really good view across a wide valley to the Sierras in the distance that we were heading towards. And it was very noticeable also that the number of deciduous trees was really reducing right down as we climbed higher, not too surprisingly, and we were into mainly coniferous forest, which was pretty thick on either side quite often, and very, very twisty, windy road, quite steep quite steep drops down in certain places. But very nice drive. We've got a little bit of snow here. They had the first fall of snow recently. The heavy snowfall of the week before was pretty evident in quite a few places. And of course, as we slowly climbed higher and higher, that got thicker. Okay, so we reckon this is Immigrant Gap. That's where we join the 80 from the 20. Okay, so we reckon this is Immigrant Gap. That's where we join the 80 from the 20. Summit, and the board told us that was 7,227 feet. So we're just coming down from over 7,000 feet. Pretty snowy, pretty nice.
And see the train tracks up there? You would have gone way up there.
Oh, train tracks up there on the
That way.
mountain.
On your right.
Let's have a look.
It's a covered track.
Okay, so now we're on our way from Truckee to Tahoe, I believe.
Tahoe City.
Tahoe City, yep. So rather pleasant, very much in the mountains and the snow, and they're hoping for another fall of snow and not just have the one lump and no more. Getting ready for Thanksgiving, of course, coming up, so it would be nice for people to be able to ski over Thanksgiving. The snow was thick pretty well everywhere by now, and very lovely blue sky, lovely sunshine, but very, very cold air. I'm just taking the picture of Lake Tahoe, very low, and yeah, it's pretty big. And of course we're on the California side as opposed to the, is it Utah? Nevada side, which is on the east side. So we drove along the lake for quite a distance and got out for a walk, went for a walk down near the water, which was great, and had a look over at the marina area. With the water being so low this year, very few sailboats were able to use the lake, and the marina just had a few little pleasure fishing boats in it. Plenty of snow, and the lake is very, very low. I'm told that beach should be a lot smaller. We shouldn't see so much beach, but the water of the lake is so low that yeah, the beach is way more exposed than it should be. Okay, well above Tahoe Lake, obviously, up in the hills above. But absolutely, they had 15 inches of snow a week ago, and a lot of it is still here. With such thick snow, it was quite clear that a bear had been around in the area, because they frequently have those around, and quite a few prints from rabbits. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of the little birds in the area tomorrow morning. Should be bright sun again. Anyway, if you enjoy the videos, please hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.